Hi, I'm Rachel from Sweetthorn. Welcome to my latest embroidery update. For those of you who are new here, I'm in the early stages of a long-term project where I'm learning about different embroidery styles and techniques. Most of my work is freeform embroidery, and I've got a lot to learn about refining my techniques and my design skills. I'm also exploring different types of countered embroidery and mixed media textiles.
The first section of this project focuses on blackwork. I started by stitching a few individual patterns. I've now put together a sampler project, and I'm slowly stitching my way through 9 panels of a blackwork grid. Each new pattern is a learning curve because I want to stitch each design as efficiently as I can, which often means making repetitive stitches in the same direction and then going back in another direction to bring the pattern together. This helps to simplify the design and brings some flow to my work. At the same time, I also want to avoid carrying the black thread too far across the back of the linen in case it shows through on the face of the embroidery, so I need to make careful decisions about where I'm going to stitch. Every time I stitch a new pattern, I stitch it in full for a bit until I can work out a rhythm for my stitches. I like to have an overview before I can break something down into its component parts. You can see on the first panel that I have one complete line of waffle stitch. It then occurred to me that the horizontal lines can be added at the last stage of the design. After a bit more stitching, I worked out a more fluid way to stitch separate parts of the pattern, which brought the whole design together. I started with the small vertical stitches all along a row. I then stitched back along the row with diagonal stitches and crossed back again over those stitches to complete the pattern of stacked cubes. When all these cubes were complete, I intersected them with the horizontal lines to finish the waffle. The second panel is being stitched in a totally different way. I haven't found a similarly rhythmical pattern for open lace stitch, so I'm allowing myself to go with the flow. While the waffle stitch, like many blackwork designs, is very closely packed with stitches, open lace is a pattern which has significant gaps. This is where I need to be careful about how my thread travels on the reverse of the design, because I don't want it to show through on the front. As you can see, the way that I stitch an open lace pattern is a little more random. Each time I complete a section, I look to see where my needle is and where the nearest start point is. The pattern does come together, but I tend to leave gaps which I return to later, as the needle just needs to go to the next nearest point. The third panel will be a leaf pattern. It's another new one for me, so I will have to spend a bit of time figuring it out. I'll be able to show you how I'm getting on with it in my next update.
So that's the progress I've made for now, and hopefully I'll be on to the third panel by the time I post another update, perhaps in a few weeks' time. In the meantime, I'll be posting shorts of some of my embroidery projects and also some stitching tutorials. I haven't posted those for a while, but hopefully I'll be able to start posting them regularly and build up a small library of basic embroidery stitches. Please do give this video a like if you found it interesting, and subscribe to my channel to find out how I get on. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.